was a dummy because he was trolling the new, what do you call them, the incoming NBA people. I can't call them freshmen, the new draftees. You said he was a dummy because of all the things he did. You called him a dummy. So why would you now say he confessed to be a smart man? Stop letting words whoop your ass, you dummy.
Subaru has one of the best crash ratings.
Subaru has one of the best crash ratings. Why would you say this? This nigga saw a Subaru commercial and just repeated. Yeah, rookies, thank you. Told y'all how old men talk. Rookies. Why would you say this? You're saying what the commercial said now. So wait a minute, let me tell you how dumb this son of a bitch is. If Subaru has the best crash rating, then why did you buy your daughter a Hyundai? Kwame, this is why Kwame won't hit the link, and this is why none of his fans will hit the link. I make this nigga look stupid. If Subaru has the best crash rating, then that means you didn't give a shit about your daughter. You probably trying to get out of that child support. That's why you bought her a car with not the best crash rating. Talking about some she can fix it herself. I bet you probably tell your daughter, get up under there and fix them brakes. All you gotta do is to work perfect. Get up under there, cut that line, and just drive fast as you can, baby. Just drive fast as you can. I can see Kwame Brown right now. You don't ever have to change the oil on the vehicle. Just drive it. Once you change the oil once, that's it. Just drive it. Drive it hard too, baby. Drive it hard. I'm going to sit up here and tell people the best school to send your kids is this school. Where do your kids go? This one. Wait a minute. They don't go to the one you just told this other motherfucker to get. We want to see your daughter Subaru, bastard. We want to see your son Subaru. Who got a Subaru in your family? You ain't shit, nigga. You deadbeat. Somebody say put the oil in your gas. Right, he probably go right there in the back. Put the oil, go right down. Just pour it in. 10W30. Make sure you put 10W30. He probably tell her to put the oil in the well where the windshield wiper fluid go. Just put it right in there. If it rains, just press the button. That daughter be driving, press that button. Oh my God, it's raining. Let me press this button. Pew! All that damn chocolate syrup be on the front of the damn windshield. Kwame sitting at home. Yes. yes. You ain't shit, nigga. Y'all know what we gonna do. Kwame Brown, you ain't shit. I'm gonna need y'all to put it in the comment section. Kwame Brown, you ain't shit. It doesn't make sense. You gonna tell another man to get a Subaru and you have yet to purchase a Subaru. You have yet to purchase a Subaru.
So if one loved their child, they would get her a Subaru.
Hold on a minute. Kwame Brown is done.
So if one loved their child, they would get her a Subaru.
What did you say, Kwame Brown? I just want to make sure I heard what you said.
And if he knew anything about being a smart guy, then the Subaru has one of the best crash ratings. So if one loved their child, they would get her a Subaru.
And you got none of your children a Subaru. So by your own logic, right? By that logic, you don't love your child. By that logic, you do not love your child. Nobody else made that logic. You did.
Not a supercar that can go goddamn 160 miles an hour. Yeah.
When was a Porsche Cayenne ever called a supercar? When has that ever been put in the same sentence? You got a Porsche Cayenne, nigga, that's a supercar. You fuck around and drag race with that Porsche Cayenne. Yeah, we see people doing the donuts and shit on the street in Porsche Cayennes. Yep. Right, this is a mom vehicle. It is literally a mom vehicle. What the fuck? And Mike Dway said, but the Subaru goes 160. First off, Kwame Brown, did you know in the United States with these cars, they have this thing on them called a governor? That's right. The governor won't let it go what it says on the thing anyway. So he can say whatever it says on that thing. That governor's going to stop it from reaching it. And I know, because I tried to do it on a long stretch of highway in my Cadillac. Oh, I tried to make that motherfucker go all the way to the end. And it kept stopping at this one spot. And I said, why won't it go any farther than this? And the governor.
Not me. Not me, huh? We wasn't raised like that. Things go a little different around here.
This man said, no, not me. We wasn't raised like that. By your logic, Gilbert Arenas shouldn't get his children these shoes. By your logic, Gilbert Arenas should have his children in a cheese line. By your logic, Gilbert Arenas should raise his kids in a bando. He should raise his kids at the crack house. Kwame don't like it. Rock the crack house. Rock the crack house. Your daddy was a killer, man. He left hoes buried in the ground. Now you online talking shit like you Mr. Papa Brown. You said that you would get your daughter Subaru, but you got a Hyundai. Kwame don't like it. Rock the crack house. Rock the crack house. Kwame don't like it. Think it's not kosher. Rock the crack house. Rock the crack house. Kwame don't like it. Kwame think it's not kosher. Rock the crack house. Rock the crack house. Kwame don't like it. Kwame don't like it. Kwame think this is wrong. He thinks that the children should be rock the crack house. He believes that your kids should be raised like his, walking around barefoot, playing motherfuckers for the damn. And how did that help you out, sir? At least when Rocky went back to the old way of training, he won. You didn't. You were raised this way, and all that you did was win a first round, the number 1 draft pick overall, and everything went downhill from there. You never made an all-star, first team, second team, third team. You never made a dream team. You never made anything. You made your greatest achievement in life to this day, Kwame Brown, is a hot week on YouTube. You said this. Your greatest achievement in life is a hot week on YouTube. You said if you don't buy your kids a Subaru, you don't love them. And you didn't buy your kids a Subaru. There you go, talking out the side of your face.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Anywho, yeah. See, white folks look at shit like that and be like, that's a nigger.
White folks look at shit like that and think, that's a nigger. First off, Mr. Pro-Black, Mr. White Boy Tactics, do you want to be different than white people, or do you want to please white people? So now you're trying to tell a black person that a white person, who typically, if you look at Sierra Canyon, not a rich white people. I went to a white school, nigga, and not one in the fucking boonies like you did. And guess what? soon as them white kids turned 15, not 16, 15, their parents had them a car. They knew what car they were going to have. One of the white boys built his car from the ground up. I never seen this shit like that. They built this car from the ground up. But when I was coming up, the car that everybody wanted was this was called the Trailblazer back then. I don't even think they even call it Trailblazer anymore. But everybody wanted it, and they would have it on like some 16s or 18s or whatever the wheels were back then. And they would lower it and have the wheels bowed out. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? You tint the windows, you get one of those, or you get the what's that other one, the Jeep Cherokee. And all they did was the S10. They did that with the S10 pickups too. But they would bow out the wheels and lower it and put some punch what are those the speakers, the punch, I think it was called punch. And they would put that, and everybody would have like either you'd have 2 18s or 4 15s or whatever it was like that. Like them white boys came to the school. Yeah, I said fill it with subwoofers. Yep. Them white boys came to kicker. There you go. It was the kicker subwoofers and the punch would push it. They would have 12s or 15s, Sermon Vega, yep, Pile speakers. There you go. These people know what I'm talking about. And they would fill them shits up and they would come to the school. Rockford Foz at that Fosgate. See, I'm not making this shit up. These people will tell you right there. One dude said, I still do it like you bullshit. It said, but the bazooka tubes, yes, that's what they drove. You didn't even. So that's what them white boys, that's what they did. And them white boys will have clean audio too. They wouldn't have like nigga audio. Our audio, the whole car would be shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, the white boys, their car was clean. Not niggas. But, so you're just making shit up. Because them white boys, they came with it soon as 16 came. Because I noticed, and y'all have heard me talk about this before. I said those white parents, what they would do is, especially if they went to school and they remember what it was like to not have a car or not have nice clothes, what did they make sure their children didn't have to go through? Exactly that. They would make sure their children didn't have to go through the same thing they went through. That's all it was.
And they don't say the nigga. They be like, that's a nigga.
But why do you care what white people would say? You don't think white people are saying that's a nigger when they're watching you up here with this doo-doo on the top of your head? You saying yes, yes, yes every 5 seconds? You don't think they're saying that's a nigger when they watch Mr. Pickles go around fucking with people every day? So you mean to tell me you worried about what white people would say when you do something extravagant for your kid, but not when you out here saying I refuse to pay for gardening and enlightening in it? Because you said $3,000 was too much money. That's what you said. But you'll go buy a bunch of strangers some shoes. That's the lie you try to tell.
Because it's all for the show. A car like that.
Right. You don't think white people would say that's a nigger when you going around saying children? What do you think they say when you calling your children children? So you care about what white people say when it pertains to Gilbert, but not when it pertains to you? You don't care about what white people would say when your ass riding around on camera smoking weed? You don't care what white people would say when your ass riding around on camera drinking a Bud Light in the fucking car? You don't think they'd say that's a nigger? Now, just when you buy your child a Porsche and Gilbert Arenas, Zaddy boy, that's what you call him. Why is it that he's not worried about what the white man thinks? But you, Mr. Pro-Black, you're actually worried about what the white man thinks. Pick and choose, Pro-Black.
What is that teaching a kid? I come from an era where you get the car, the old ass car with 180,000 miles that your uncle had.
You mean the bicycle that your family rode around on? We read the article, sir. You didn't come from that. You came from bare feet, Flintstone ass playing basketball for a nigga that just so happened to have the same size feet as you did on the playground that day. You can't make this shit up. Like, you really can't. Like, this shit that you're saying, You can't make it up, but I'm telling y'all, this is what he said. He was just randomly at a court, bare feet. Just out there looking like the Loch Ness monster up in there. Look out there looking like the Chupacabra. Just outside, bare feet. And it was a nigga that just happened to walk up. Said, does Subaru sponsor him in his videos or something? Because he will not get off of this Subaru point. I guess my mom didn't love me either because she bought me a Saturn and made me put down half on my first car. Right, Andrew? Well, what is this man? You had a bike. You was at a random park, bare feet, just standing out there. Somebody that just happened to have the same size shoes as you said, I'll play you in a game. And you said, well, what will we bet on? He said, well, you don't have anything, but I'll bet you my shoes. Deal. And your ass was out there barefoot on the concrete, D'ing this nigga up, just D'ing his ass up, bare feet, just running around. This nigga had on a pair of Jordans. He was trying to lay the ball up, and you was like, bam, 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 bam. Every time he tried to shoot, he bam, 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 bam. He was trying to dribble between his legs. You were bam, 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 bam. Kwame, he's a dummy. He was playing basketball in bare feet. He needed some shoes, and it just happened to be a guy he meet that had the same size feet as him, and he wanted to be above the rim. So he played him man up, and he blocked every shot he shot. He dunked a lot, and then he won his shoes. Are you telling me? Are you believing this shit? Are you believing this shit? This man is running around bare feet, just bam, 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 bam. We believe this? You had to go to school in shoes that were soaking in urine. Your clothes were soaked in urine. This man said this man is obsessed with Kwame. How sad. Yes, I am obsessed with Kwame. And Kwame's obsessed with Gilbert. Until Kwame stops being obsessed with Gilbert, I'll stop being obsessed with Kwame. We'll do that. When he stops being obsessed with Gilbert, I'll stop being obsessed with Kwame. Is that fair? For some odd reason, the shit I'm saying is not just rehashing the same old shit. The man said, Tommy, my mom heard your Flintstone songs and burst in my room dying laughing. Tell your mama to subscribe. Tell your mama to hit that cash app. Tell your mama to hit that cash app. He said, my mama was burst in the room and heard you do the Flintstone song and was dying laughing. You said he knows Gilbert, though. And I know Kwame then. By that logic, I know Kwame. You can't say that Kwame knows Gilbert because what did he say? I haven't spoken to Gilbert in 10 years. I don't know Gilbert. Didn't he say that? Right, Kwame Bam Bam Brown. He has to call this nigga Bam Bam, 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 Bam. You believe this? Now, I tell the truth. Thank you, Jag. And Ginger said, I needed this laugh. You want to tell me, oh, he knows him. He said he don't know him. And Kwame don't know these other people he's talking about. I know Kwame by his own logic. So let's just stop it. Until I say something wrong, shut the fuck up. You're going to tell somebody they obsessed, but this nigga can get up and say the same shit all damn day and repeat himself. He won't even say new shit he found out about people. He won't say new shit he found about a person. Real TV don't get blocked. You know what the rule is. Don't get blocked, Real TV. Don't bring up them niggas' names up in here. I don't even know why you even did that. Don't bring up them people. That's strike 1 and 2. You don't advertise unless you're that person, which would be strange. I don't know why you did that. But you do it again, you'll be gone. That was weird. Kwame's obsessed with LeBron, Stephen A. Smith, and Russ. Thank you. This doesn't make sense.
I've seen friends that had a father, and their father gave them that car. They fixed that motherfucker up, and that's your first car. And you better learn to.
What about you? What did your daddy give you? Son. Oh, really, Dad? Yes. I'm going away. I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November. I want you to have this, son. I want you to have this. It's our family sigil. I want you to have this and this bicycle. I want you to ride this bicycle until you get drafted, son. I want you to ride this bike until you get drafted. But I'm gonna be gone till November.
Cherish this motherfucker and respect it and wash it every day. And after you show me you can do that, then maybe, just maybe, you'll get something new.
But it didn't happen to you. Shut up.
When you come with half the down payment. Yeah, I ain't come from no. I told Gil and a lot of people, we were just raised different.
Yes, you was raised by a killer and a lazy woman who married a killer. You were raised in a drug house with a bunch of niggas who couldn't go and just get a regular job. No, they had to sell drugs and shoot people. You was raised by a family of killers. You literally were raised. There's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre family, and then we got the Georgia Massacre family. Like, that's you. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't mind, can we get a moment of silence to Miss Stephanie Wigfall? "22 years ago on this date, Stephanie Wigfall was murdered by Willie James Brown Sr. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 22 years ago in 1990, the 15th. And this is not a lie. This is not a joke. 22 years ago on this date, right, say her name, Stephanie Wigfall. She was murdered by Willie James Brown Sr. She was beaten to within an inch of her life with an axe handle, then buried. 32 years ago. I'm sorry. 32 years ago. Shit. 32 years ago. 32 years ago. She was beaten within an inch of her life, and then he dug a shallow grave. And I want y'all to think about this. Imagine, yes, I'm crispy. You're right. Yep. You can call me crispy, but guess what you can't call me? A killer. So you can make fun of my dark black skin. That is fine, sir.